Hello, how you doing? It's Phil Thatch, and I'm really excited about this video we're going to show you today. A lot of times I go out by myself while Heather is working and it's my off day and do photography, and a lot of times we go out on both of our off day and do photography together. But Heather was going to go out on a day that she was off and I was working and look for some birds, and I said, why don't you take the camera and why don't you take the 200 to 500? And she said okay, and while she was out there I recommended that she make some video clips so we can tie this thing together and make a video. So without further ado, take it away, Heather.
Okay. Hey you guys, I am here at Enterprise South Nature Park. This is a park that is really close to our house, and this is where I bring our dog to take her for walks. And the last time I brought her for a walk, we were here on Poe Run Path, and I saw a yellow-throated vireo. So I've got the camera, and I'm gonna go about halfway down this trail and see if I can find some birds. I know that there are some blue-gray gnatcatchers here too, so we'll see what I find.
Heather made a photograph of this beautiful pink primrose, and look, it's got a spider on it and some sort of flying insect up at the top. What a cool shot that she made while she was waiting to find some birds that day.
So unfortunately I haven't seen too much so far. I've heard a summer tanager, I've heard blue-gray gnatcatchers, I've heard a red-eyed vireo, I've heard a yellow-throated vireo. Haven't seen single one of them. So we'll see if any of those decide to come out of the thicket here. I did get a shot of a Carolina wren with some prey that I think is going to turn out pretty good. So if anything, I'm coming away with a Carolina wren shot, but we'll see what else I can find.
This is Heather's Carolina wren photograph, and as you can see, it's got some prey in its mouth, and I would be willing to bet that it was taking this prey back to the nest to feed its young, because it is breeding season.
Okay, so I made it to the point I was going to go to on the trail. Did see a couple summer tanagers. We'll see if I got a photograph. They wanted to stay pretty high in the trees, so they're kind of small in the frame. We'll see if any of those come out, but unfortunately the park closes at 7:30 and it's currently about 6:50, so I'm gonna have to go back down the trail.
Here is Heather's summer tanager, and I think it's just completely awesome that she got this bird, especially while she was hiking and not in a car, using a car as a blind. This photograph is the first time Heather's gotten one this year. I still haven't gotten one this year, and we both got them for the very first time last year. Now, as you can see, her raw image is very underexposed, but she did a fantastic job with her edit, as you can see here in the final version.
It's tomorrow morning, so I didn't get a lot yesterday at Enterprise South Nature Park, so I decided to come to Summit Knobs Equestrian Trail this morning and see if I could get some migratory birds. I have seen and photographed a Prarie Warbler already, so we'll see that photograph now if it comes out.
Here is Heather's first Prarie Warbler photograph of the day, and we love these little birds, and they are all over the place at the Summit Knobs Equestrian Trail this time of year.
And then while I was working on the Prarie Warbler, a bunch of brown-headed cowbirds came flying in, and I think I got a photograph of the female. I don't think I have any of the male, but if I do, we'll see those now.
Here is Heather's photograph of the female brown-headed cowbird. They don't have the brown heads like the males, but she got it there on the pine tree.
So I pulled the car up a little bit to where there was some brush closer to the car. Previously I was further back and there was just a line of like small pine trees and brush kind of further away from the car. So when I moved up, the Prarie Warblers actually got right up next to the car. So I think I got some pretty good sharp shots of the Prarie Warblers. I think I may even have one where one has stretched its wings and it's about to take off, where the eye is still sharp but you have motion in the wings. So I think that one's going to turn out pretty cool, and I'm just going to keep working.
Here are 3 more Prarie Warbler photographs that Heather made, 3 more photos, and each of them is on a different perch. Look at the beautiful golden hour light she's got on this bird, and look at this one. She's got the light coming in from the right, and it makes the bright areas of the bird even brighter and the dark areas even darker. And look at this masterpiece. Now Heather is shooting here at 1/800th of a second, and there's still motion blur in those wings of the bird as it's just about to take off. Now some of it might be that they're slightly out of focus because she's got the focus point right on the bird's eye, and the wing is, one of them is further away than the focus point and one of them is closer, but most of it is motion blur, and I think it looks fantastic in the golden hour light.
So I've come up to the end of the road here where the equestrian trail actually starts, and I've been sitting here for a while and haven't seen too much, but I've heard a lot. And then I heard a red belly woodpecker, and I just sat here and waited on it, and it finally came out to where I could get a decent shot of it. It's still here. You may hear it drumming and calling in this clip. But I'm pretty sure I got a few decent shots of the red belly woodpecker.
Here is Heather's red-bellied woodpecker photographs. This is a male, and both of these pictures you can see its signature red belly, which is often missed in photographs. He did a great job. I love the bokeh in that one, and I like this one as well. Beautiful colors, beautiful bird. I was at this same location 2 or 3 days before, and I heard a red belly, but I never saw one. Heather got the shot.
So after I was able to bag that red belly shot, I also got a field sparrow and came down the road just a little ways and managed to get a pine warbler.
Here is Heather's field sparrow photograph, just a beautiful tiny muted colored bird. She got it nicely perched there in this tree. Heather also got this amazing photograph of this Carolina chickadee. I love the bokeh-fied background of beautiful colors, and its eyes look amazing in this shot. Great job, Heather. Here is Heather's pine warbler photograph, and I think this is really cool because you hear pine warblers all the time, but usually they are way up in the tops of trees and it's hard to get a shot. And Heather got it in the top of a tree, but the tree was not very tall.
So you may have noticed in that pine warbler shot that the light is starting to get pretty bad. You can probably also tell it in this video clip. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a day here from Summit Knobs Equestrian Trail. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.